Yeah, I just catching my breath now. I just got back. Now I got enough firewood for tonight. I might have to hike. I got enough, and I'll have some for tomorrow morning. I'm pretty sure. Probably leave the space heater running. I set it up right on the table last night, right next to the bed here where I sleep, and it was fine. I got a little warm, even I should shut it off for a little while, and it got cold again. Had to turn it back on. Every time I get up, I throw one round, either elm or pine is what I had on the fire, just one, and let it smolder burn. And it's still cool in here, cool. I mean, it probably was like 60, something like that, but it was warm enough, tolerable when you're under the blankets. Perfect. So, probably other people would want 2 logs on and make it hotter. But I was just 1 log at a time, 1 little round. And I just drug some, there's more 100 yards away. I cut those elms, those dead elms that were leaned over that I assessed earlier. And I just drug the biggest one I drug all day, I think. That cedar was pretty, those 2 cedars were more challenging than this elm. But definitely the last 2 loads were suffice, I think. If not, there's some more ready to drag up here, 100 yards away. And I'm seriously, my feet fucking hurt. My right foot, I need to have surgery. I just gotta have surgery. Yeah. Maybe I'll just do surgery on it myself. I don't know. Got lidocaine. Yeah, either way, man. Well, it's like, that's it in a nutshell. That's my day. I have no idea what time it is, but I know it's probably like, man, the sun's getting ready to go down. It'll be dark out there. I still got a couple hours of light. What I have to do now is go out there. I drug the logs up. Now I got to use the skill saw and or an axe and cut it all up, chop it all up, and carry it in and put it in the entryway room. Pile it up, and then I can just chill out and read a book. But pretty much I take breaks throughout in between each trip. When it's there's snow on the ground, you get pretty tired. When there's no snow on the ground, I might not take a break. I might do 3 trips without taking a break. When there's snow on the ground, man, I mean, it's like way harder. So trudging through the snow, carrying the cinder blocks on right now. They keep my feet warm, but yeah, you definitely get a workout. I do this during the winter all day, pretty much all day, or it's not true. Sometimes half the day. Depends. Sometimes I get a little stockpile and I can relax a little bit more. But there's not much relaxing to do, man. I got other projects. If I had a big pile of firewood, I'd be able to do all these projects without burning all my calories up and then just wanting to fucking collapse at the end of the day. If I could spend my time just building and fixing things instead of trying to survive, get firewood and things, I'd have so much more done around here. But it is what it is. It's how it is to survive out here. It's hard, but now I'm going to drink that other beer. I am. So, shouldn't, but I'm going to. My lungs are killing me. But I'll probably smoke some marijuana too. So, yeah. Not too bad. You get used to living harsh. I look at the positive things, I really do. It is rewarding in its own right when you have a garden. You know, not having a cell phone all the fucking time on your body, just radiating me. When it starts radiating me all day. I notice a huge difference in my anxiety. It goes down. I have other problems. The anxiety goes up for, but it's a different kind of anxiety. The smartphone anxiety was like a artificially created anxiety, almost. I don't know, something along those lines, I think. But this survival, wilderness survival, and all these hassles of trying to get some provisions and stuff. That's an instinctual anxiety. It's more of an instinctual anxiety. Smartphones, in my opinion, tend to be more of a synthetically created anxiety. So the devil's real. So, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I got a big batch of rice cooked. I'm not really hungry right now. I know I will be later. I don't know what I'll cook. Maybe I'll probably fry up one of my little hamburger pieces. A pound of hamburger lasts me, it was 1 pound. And I divided it up into 8 pieces. So an 8. I get 8 of hamburger each meal if I choose to eat hamburger. I have a whole chicken in there too. I need to eat that. So messy to process. But I found a recipe somewhere here how to make chicken giblet gravy. I think I might be interested in that. However, always keeping in mind, of course, the disposition of our food that comes from these factories and stuff. So, so it's just, but either way, man. In growing my own chickens, I grew my own and I couldn't kill them. They're such a pussy. I'm sure I could kill the chicken if I was starving to death. Like, I'm sure I would. But I name them. You know what I mean? Now the eggs, I'll eat the eggs left and right, man. I'm an egg eater. I love it. And you can cook with them and bake with them and stuff. They're just such a necessity. But killing the chicken, I just don't know, man. And I eat chicken. I'm not against, obviously, killing a chicken. But I just don't want to do it. So, so it's crazy talk, but it's the way it is. So, but I want to grow a lot of marijuana, and I want to read more books like this one here, The Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About. I want to read more of those. And this book here, I read a little bit of. The Herbal Medic. That's a good one right there. I've been browsing through it and reading different sections of it. A lot of stuff I already know because I have training, as a medic. But it's good to rehearse all of it. But I just wanted to get down to what in this book, like the herbs, like talks about ginger root, and how to identify them, milk thistle, that kind of thing, and all the medicinal properties of these different, plants. So, yeah, that's interesting stuff, man. That's the stuff I'm really into, and I've always been like a medical person. Even before I knew I was going to go in the medical field when I was a teenager. My friend threw a 22 shell into the fire and exploded, and the bullet didn't get him, but the brass got him. Or part of the brass got him and embedded in his wrist. And I dug it out, and I remember what my dad told me about when he was in Vietnam. He used to use water purification tablets, and they stuffed the wound with water purification tablets in Vietnam and wrap it so you could do it real quick, which is just iodine. And that's what I did to him. I put a couple of those tablets, pushed them in the hole, and then wrapped it. We were there for like 4 days after that happened. So we were waiting for our ride. So I was like, even when I was a kid, I was always like the one to, let me fix you. I don't know. I was predestined to do the job that I never want to do ever again. And that's medical stuff. But I have an intrinsic desire to be healthy and to help others be healthy. I really do. So, I don't know. Must be my calling. Yep. So after a hard day's work, keep my attitude going here because it's good. I have a good attitude. I do right now. I'm blessed with enough for right now. I need to invest in more. Man, Valerie, and see this video and other videos that I just made. I'll be talking to you, Valerie, and then all of a sudden I'm talking to John, and I notice I don't differentiate. I'll say, oh, man, this message is for John, or this message is for my brother. So I apologize for that. So if I'm talking about, like, you know, if I'm talking to you, Valerie, and then all of a sudden I start talking about something that's pertaining to somebody else, please forgive me and just call me out on it, and I'll maybe try to explain. Oh, if I can remember that is. But yeah, I'm not very good at narrating a story, obviously, but I am practicing. Helps me keep my sanity. Helps me keep my composure. Teaches me to have better composure, even than I've ever had before. So I can tell it helps. The whole eye contact thing is something I need to really get more efficient, become more efficient at, and I'm stoned already, stoned enough. I've had enough of this weed for today. Really have. I don't know if I'll hit it again, and my lungs are killing me. I really need to hit my inhaler. Fuck. I need the internet so I can research medicinals for and how to process for lung disorders. I had some information somewhere. I had some books that got stolen from me over at Ignacio. But I'd like to get more of them and read them and study them and have them. And I like to practice making stuff like that. I mean, all the ingredients are all around us out here. Us. See, I'm always like talking like I'm not schizophrenic, I promise. No, us, me and the dogs. And whoever else wants to come hang out. I got lots of board games. So, puppy. Puppy wants to get stoned. Okay, puppy. Gosh dang it.